You'll see people out the summer months. They're out all over the place. Others wait for the mild fall weather to come in.
That's right. We're talking about exercising outdoors here. Running is one option, but that's just the start. This weekend will prove that.
Sure will. From Prairie Life Fitness, Kristin Majerus, a personal trainer from the Midtown Crossing location.
Welcome. Nice to have you here.
Yeah, you're always trying to help people out, get started on the right path.
Yes.
Right? So, for example, you've got this the Turner Park. It's a great example of how you guys get people outdoors. How does that work?
Yeah, so this Saturday, the 27th, we are taking our personal training out to the park. So we have 4 different trainers offering 4 different classes, all outside. So
is this open just to Prairie Life members?
Nope, this is open to members and non-members.
Great.
So anybody can come, bring your friends.
All right, break down the 4,
what
right?
are they?
You said the 4 things
Yes,
these
there's
trainers
4
will
different
cover.
ones. I'm kicking things off at 9 o'clock with Tabata.
What is that? Yeah, what's Tabata?
It's a reminds of ciabatta, the bread, but that's hardly what this is.
It's a heavy carb workout.
No. So Tabata is just a high intensity interval training with specific resting and working ratio. So 20 seconds on, 10 seconds off for 8 rounds through.
And it's still effective even though you're resting consistently?
And it's harder than it sounds, isn't it?
It is much harder than it sounds, yes.
It sounds easy. 20 seconds, I can do that, yeah, but it's harder than it sounds.
Yeah, so that ratio, the 20 to 10, is said to trigger the greatest fat loss.
Wow.
So
okay,
that's the purpose of it.
If you're trying to lose weight, that might be something to try out.
Absolutely.
Great. And then what's happening at 9:30, Kristin?
Yeah, so boot camp with Sam at 9:30. Sam's going to take you through just another high intensity workout so you can be prepared to run, squat, do push-ups, do burpees.
Whole body.
It works out the whole thing. And then you got the core and mobility. And of course, everybody wants to have a nice core, right?
Right. So Maggie's class at 10 is actually going to be triggered more towards like runners, swimmers, bikers, people who tend to have some, flexibility or strength issues in the glutes, hip flexors, core, things like that.
Why is a strong core? I mean, we hear that phrase, but frankly, I think most of us couldn't explain why it's so important. And it has nothing to do with looking good in a swimsuit for most people.
It's an added bonus.
Right. What's the day-to-day? Yeah, the day-to-day importance of having a good, strong center is what?
The biggest thing that comes to my mind is just lower back pain. Lower back pain is something that affects tons and tons of people, whether it's when they're exercising or when they're just going about their day-to-day routines. And oftentimes the lower back problems are due to a weak core. So
there you go.
Yeah. And it does work because I still kind of have lower back problems. But when you work on those core muscles, when you do the all the exercises you do there, the planks and the sit-ups and the obliques, it does help.
And I think even for parents picking up little ones, that kind of motion, putting them in a car seat, you notice when those muscles are strong and engaged. It's huge.
Yes.
What's the 4th and final element?
So the 4th one is with Bobby. She's going to do some more sport-specific training. So some speed drills, agility drills, things like that.
All right, so that's maybe for a more committed fitness type.
Yep, it's a much more athletic approach.
One of the things we're going to talk about, what we need to talk about here is balancing fitness goals, because as we're into that time of year where there's some holidays coming up. We got to start thinking about that. I mean, you have your fitness goals, but then you've got the fall and winter events that are coming up, and people are going to be eating a little bit differently. Thanksgiving,
holiday parties.
How do you balance all that?
I think the biggest thing is just to stay consistent with your exercise routine. There is things coming up where we probably will eat a little bit more, like Thanksgiving and Christmas, but just staying consistent with your exercise through those times is huge.
Yeah, and not you saying, well, I cheated yesterday, I'll cheat again today, and tomorrow, and the next day.
Yes, limit those cheats.
So you've got specials, I presume, because every now and then you do bring folks a great opportunity to introduce them to Prairie Life. What are you doing today?
We actually have your first month for free right now for membership.
Great. And why Prairie Life? What would you say? There are a couple of other gyms in town. What makes you stand out?
The thing that sticks out to me the most is just the people there. We greet every person as they walk in, call them by their name. We also go to great efforts to keep the club, as spotless as possible. So full-time cleaning crew, us trainers are always, making sure things are put away. So
okay, this is a big value. You want to talk about this again, the first month free. How do you take advantage of that offer?
Just stop by the club, or you can go to our website or give us a call.
Did that guy lose 159 pounds?
I know, I just look at that picture.
Not to get distracted on you,
Hit on the left, too.
No kidding. I mean, 20 pounds or 159 pounds.
Can you talk about some of those success stories? I mean, how often do you see transformations like this?
This one in particular, Jesse, he's been training with Carla for, I think, close to 3 years, if not more than that. And so, You see them about that time frame for those big transformations like that.
Yeah.
But it is definitely the best part.
Well, and that's important to
job.
remember. You didn't put the weight on overnight. You're not
Right.
going to take it off overnight. There's no miracle that gets you there, but he's got to feel like a new person.
Yes, yes, and he looks like a brand new person too.
Isn't that
Yeah,
cool?
he looks great.
So Prairie Life, there are 3 locations in our area, 132nd and Center, 84th and Q, and 31st and Farnham, and that's where you'll find Kristin. And then keep in mind Saturday, the event, that's at Turner Park, and you're welcome to attend, whether you belong to another gym or no gym at all, and you just want to try out one of the classes. It starts at 9 o'clock on Saturday morning, and you can learn more about Prairie Life online at prairielife.com.
What time do you recommend people getting to those classes prior to when they start?
Just 5 or 10 minutes ahead of time. Those classes are, they're stacked back to back, so
And
just a
wear
couple minutes.
Clothes and shoes that fit the occasion.
Right,
And
bring
really,
some water.
There's unlimited availability. It's a big area.
Yep, oh yeah, we got the whole park.
Yeah.
Sounds good. Thank you, Kristin.
Thanks, Kristin.
Good to see you
Great to
today.
see you.